What's up, everybody, and welcome. It's Thursday night. It's Fig Night at the Tavern. I am the OG Fig Kid, Thomas Montalto, and joining me today, this guy.
Good old Mike Belcaster. What is up, everybody?
What's up, Mike Belcaster? What are you drinking tonight?
The blue Monster energy drink with
nice.
with a little bit of tequila, but we'll ignore the tequila right now.
Well, if you're gonna mix it with tequila, shouldn't you get the Rock's energy drink? I just
No,
saw
it tastes like
one.
shit.
Oh, don't bury the Rock on here.
Not trying to, but man,
I'm not trying to, but you just did it so easily.
he's got to get a better energy drink.
Does that mean I shouldn't try it? I was thinking of trying it.
No, I think there's 3 flavors, might be 4, but
he just announced 2 new ones.
Well, that's good. I'm not a fan. Oh, look at this. We got Tyson. We got Austin. We're back and friendly. We got J-Bone. Tyson and Austin, damn it.
Stay away from the keyboard, Mike.
I'm
not
trying my hardest.
Tyson.
God. If I do, he knows. We'll fix it.
Yeah. We want him to go on Twitch, then we'll block him.
Yeah, he's on Twitch.
If you're not already, he is on Twitch. Nice job, Tyson. Listen, follow us everywhere. Rate, review, subscribe. Go to the turnbuckletavern.com. Just travel down each little link. Click it. Like us there. Review us there. Help us out, please. Give us a 5-star written Apple review or a 5-star Spotify review. Spotify now has reviews. You will get some free Fig Night and Turnbuckle Tavern stickers.
I can't reach the stickers, but they're here. They're tangible. They're real. Tom's got the stickers. Look at this. Boom! Did you wait? You didn't show how beautifully packed they were, though. I had a hard cardboard sleeve from a Kleenex box holding them. No bendage, no bendage at all. That's antiviral's the way to go.
Yes. That's right.
Not that we want to be antiviral. We want to be very viral.
Yes, we want to be viral. Help us spread the word about the Tavern and Fig Night. That's all we ask.
That's all that we ever ask. So. And then come hang out and talk figs with us.
Yes, exactly. And you never know where else it goes. Go to the turnbuckletavern.com. Everything is there. Buy a t-shirt. We've got plenty of t-shirts. If you need a shirt, you can get a Fig Night shirt, I'm a Mike Belcaster guy shirt, the OG Fig shirt, or the original, the Turnbuckle Tavern shirt. So definitely
rocking it right now. Do not rip the shirt. See,
nice
good.
Shirt.
Let's throw the hat up there.
So let's get right into the news because we have a special guest joining us today. Michael Kanik.
So
the guy,
so excited.
The founding father behind the Major Bendies. We'll talk more about that in a little bit.
A legend among the Major Pod network.
Yes, and it's going to be a fun little sit-down interview with him. But here, let's go right to the news, Mike.
Woo!
All right. So what do we got up first in the news, Mike? What do we got up first?
I don't know how you feel about it, but I'm very excited. We have Bill McKenna was talking about this awesome Seth Rollins from Elite 93 with posable. And I'm going to take this for what it is until I have it in my hands, if I buy it, but posable sleeves.
Yeah. So look, see how he's posed here?
He is posed there.
Let's stop sharing it. Now, this is the other photo that Bill McKenna shared today over on his Instagram. Look at how cool, like the jacket looks like it's soft cloth. So you can pose it and bend it. Like this is new to wrestling figures. This is awesome.
It is. I wonder if it's like a hybrid plastic or if it's like a mix of plastic and soft goods. I'm not too sure. I'm excited for it regardless. Looks great.
Like I was going to say the possibilities are endless adding this type of thing in. I love it.
100%. Would have been super sweet when they had Sting.
Oh, yeah, with that robe that's so thick.
But, I mean, this is an awesome Seth Rollins. Look at that chest hair. He's got the little happy trail going on there. And
I think
he can move his arms.
Likes chest hair, yeah. And his arms are posable with the jacket on.
He's got that Burt Reynolds-esque. How can you not like it?
That's so awesome.
That's what I'm here for. I'm excited for it. So yeah, that's really cool. It's made of Jello.
Nice. I love Jello.
J-Bone dropping facts.
I hate Jello.
Jello's okay.
Yeah,
I can live
like
without Jello.
You know what I like? Jello shots.
I will agree with you, and they pair very well with the Rock's energy drink and tequila.
Yes.
Next on the news front, one of the most exciting things. I'm super pumped for this, but we have the Coffin Drop exclusive from Ringside Collectibles and AEW Jazzwares. Look at this beautiful figure, beautiful fucking presentation. Just so awesome.
It is awesome.
The box looks great. Nothing's over till you're underground. We got a coffin-shaped skateboard, 2 Darby heads, the coffin box, and a body bag.
How do you beat that? Look,
I don't think we've ever had a body bag in wrestling figure.
Look at that pose.
Yeah,
I believe
great.
our buddy Matthew Goldberg took these photos.
Yeah, at least a few of them. Yeah,
and they're amazing. Like, look how he's posed. I love this pose. It's so natural looking.
Yeah, it's such a cool skateboard. Such a cool Darby figure. Love the paint
detail on the
application.
skateboard. Look at the detail. Let's zoom in a little bit.
Oh, I love it. They got you can see the wood grain. That's what I love.
Yes.
So awesome.
Exactly. How cool
beautiful,
is that?
Man. Super cool.
Let's show a little bit of the packaging now.
Putting Tech Deck out of business, right? We got the good and
there he is. There's a buddy.
Matt Goldberg in the house. Good to see you, Matt. Always.
There's the back of the packaging of the coffin.
Oh, love it. Definitely one of my favorite, most anticipated figures of the year.
Yeah, it's very, very different, which is fun when you're a figure collector to get something.
Yeah.
And you mentioned the body bag.
Yeah.
You mentioned the body bag. Let's take a look over at the body bag.
Boom. How cool that is. And it's got straps on the sides. You can carry them. You could have all your figures carry them. It's great.
WrestlingFigures.com, RingsideCollectibles.com. Use code Tavern. Save 10%. I don't think this one was up for pre-order yet, though, right?
Oh, it is.
Oh, it is.
It absolutely.
My
is.
bad.
Yes.
Make sure you pre-order it. Like
Jazzwares is throwing out some fire right out the back of 2022.
The other set Ringside Collectibles has up for pre-order.
Oh, yes. Now. Let's
one of my favorite. Like the packaging on this is amazing.
Boom.
I love again the same style like they had on a Britt Baker with the ropes going across.
Yeah.
But only the barbed wire is added to the ropes.
Super cool.
With some sparks coming out of the ropes. And
love the little sizzle. There's some smoke effect going on there, which is really cool. Yeah. Comes with 2 tables, 2 rolls of barbed wire, a barbed wire baseball bat, a barbed wire steel chair, a bloody AEW title. And I mean, who does not want this?
I want this, man.
I'm buying. This is the problem. I see these things. I'm buying 2 instantly.
I know. Same thing with me. They just
it's hard.
Take my money. I don't need it. But look at this picture.
Yes.
I don't know who took this photo. Kidding me.
I don't know. It's super good.
I believe I saw it on his Facebook.
Oh, the title isn't bloody? There was some blood on the title, I thought.
I didn't think there was blood on the title, but I thought maybe I was wrong. But look at the posability. Look how awesome this looks with the blood all over the place.
It's just in the window of the box. Understood. That makes sense. But it looked great. Super awesome. But still, nonetheless, great figures. Great work, man.
Now,
in the picture.
I'm going to show you one of my favorite things about this set. Like, this is just my opinion. But the next picture I'm about to show is amazing. I can't wait. Look at this packaging.
Yeah.
Look what happens when you open up the packaging.
I love the table presentation. Big fan. Yeah. And yeah, you know, I kind of wish that these ringside exclusives had the interchangeable backdrops for the stage, so you had to buy the exclusives to switch out those things for the stage. Because Britt had the St. Patrick's Day Slam, little logo. This is awesome. I'm super happy. Can't wait to get these in my collection.
Yeah, I can't wait. Shut up and take my money, Tyson says.
I will gladly take your money, but I'm not delivering figures. I am not Ringside Collectibles, but I will save you 10% at Ringside Collectibles by using code Tavern.
Yes, me and Mike have really good ideas there, Matthew. We really, really do. So it's so exciting. What else we got up on the news, Mike?
Oh, we have. Ringside Collectibles has Masters of the Universe Series 7 and 8 now in stock.
Yeah, so you don't have to go searching, running to Walmart 10 times in a week and not finding them.
Yeah, that's it. Listen, I wasn't a big Masters of the Universe collector thing, but I think it's cool. I think it's a great line. They have that Remco feel.
Yes,
They're very, very sweet.
they're
Can't
going to be
wait
very
forever.
interchangeable with the Superstars line, which should be hitting stores very, very
Super
soon.
soon. Yeah, I'm super excited for those Superstars figures because that's where the real money is for me. I want that
Yes,
shit.
I want those. I really want those.
Matt loves it. We're rocking.
Eh,
Next up, we have also available on ringsidecollectibles.com. All your figure needs. Check out the UK exclusive Cody Rhodes with the AEW. Do we call it a basic ring?
yes, it's the
It's a
basic ring.
smaller ring.
Yes, now you can go straight to Ringside Collectibles. Get your UK exclusive Cody 10% off.
Yeah. That's what I
Yeah,
like to hear.
these two sets have been really hard to find at the Masters of the Universe. I don't collect them, but
No,
I'm going to be all in on the Superstars line.
I will be all in on the Superstars line too. If anybody finds the Superstars, hit a brother up.
Yeah.
Always
Hit
looking.
two brothers up.
Hit two brothers up. But yes, the UK Cody Rhodes exclusive, a very hard to track down figure. Ringside selling it at an amazing price point, especially if you're using code Tavern.
Save 10 more %.
Yeah,
You
so
won't have
but
to
I
pay
mean,
what I did to have it shipped here.
yeah, I paid like $75 a
Yeah.
piece, and I got two
Yeah.
of them, maybe
It's
three
about
of
what I
them.
paid.
Yeah, lots of cool stuff though. All for it. If you guys missed out on it, go grab it. Yes, J-Bone knows.
Yes.
Next up, we have uh, Upper Deck exclusive limited
Ooh,
run
this is
yellow base
exciting.
set AEW cards packed in Unmatched Series 3. So with your Unmatched Series 3, which is the Dark Order set,
Yes.
you will be able to
That's where it
find.
starts.
That's where it
They're going to be
starts.
continuing with sets after that. That's
You
not the
don't.
only set they're coming with.
You
So
don't want to know
basically,
where it ends.
it's a parallel to the set that's out now in the stores with the
Yeah,
yellow border instead of the blue. I've got my hobby box of the AEW cards, which I love. They're amazing. They're probably
excited.
my favorite cards I've ever gotten. However, I was just a little disappointed that a guaranteed autograph was not included in each box. So it's 1 out of
Understandable though.
4. So
Absolutely understandable.
I don't know if
I
it's
get it.
understandable.
I don't know.
I don't get
I
it.
don't know how cards work.
I
We'll
don't get
talk
it
more.
for
We'll
the
talk
price
more
point.
about cards later, but I don't know how cards work.
Yes.
Very,
But,
very illiterate in the card world, but I'm super excited for it.
yeah, I mean, I believe me, it's gonna be hard if you want to complete the set that's coming with the figures.
Yeah,
How many figures are you gonna have to buy? I think there's gonna have to be a lot of trading going on.
that's why they're called trading cards.
Yes, exactly, Matthew. That was my problem. 4 out of 16 boxes come in a case. Okay, so out of the 4 out of the 16 boxes, 4 will have autographs. 8 of them are going to have relics, which is going to be a piece of a shirt, piece of a mat, anything, and then 4 of them just have a random special card. And of course, out of my one box, I have one special card.
What was your special card?
I believe it was the Wednesday night live card or Wednesday night action card with Joey Janela, which is a really cool card.
You showed me that card. It is a
Yeah, the
really awesome
card
card.
is cool because it looks 3D. Like you can't even appreciate it in a picture, but when you
No,
hold it, it pops.
yeah,
So
it is a great picture of Joey Janela though too. They're doing good stuff with the cards.
I love cards. It's actually very fun collecting cards.
I hope
And
so.
the thing is, like, I'm trying not to go buy baseball cards because I don't need to buy anything else.
Yeah.
Wrestling figures and wrestling cards are enough.
Yeah. No, I have some of like my old WCW card collection. I have a stack like yay big. and I have, a bunch of Brian Pillman figure or cards. I got a bunch of Ron Simmons, Sting, Ric Flair, you name it. But like, I don't think there's anything spectacular in there.
Yeah, like I'm also like I was talking to the guy at the card shop where I got my box from, and apparently, WWE's license is now switched over from Topps to Panini.
Ooh, I seen that. We need to
Yeah,
get Eagle on. She's
but
asking. Yeah, we'll get Eagle on here one day. He's gonna. That'll be a whole episode in its own.
But without further ado, it's now time for the main event. Joining us, our very special guest today. Here he is. Welcome to the Fig Night, Kanik. How are you doing, buddy?
Fantastic. How are you? Thank you for having me.
Very good. Oh,
Absolutely,
man, look at that!
Man.
Those figures,
Yeah.
the Hasbros. Are those your signed Hasbros hanging in the background?
Yeah, they are. And I have.
Wow.
It's a mess right now because I have boxes everywhere. But I don't know. You can see that.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm jealous. That's really
that's
cool.
all. That's all autographed, and then I have retros over there.
Oh wow, dude, amazing!
And then
it's like the scene in The Grinch where my heart's blowing up. That's what's going. Oh, that's beautiful, man. I feel like any good collector comes on and they're like, it's a mess. But check
it out. How many collectors say my collection's completely neat and organized and displayed the way I want it?
Yeah,
mine's displayed, but it's like something you have to keep up with.
It's good.
I need a major rehaul.
My collection is actually right now it's pretty much of a disaster. Just because I have boxes and cards everywhere, and then I buy stuff and it's like stacked up on the floor, and I just don't have time to put it away.
Sounds like my basement. It sounds very familiar.
And then I have like work stuff around too.
Oh, no. And all of a sudden you're looking for table space and you can't find any because you got figures piled here, unopened boxes that you forget are in by the time you even open them. It's like Christmas morning when you go to open your own boxes.
I have cases. I have cases just laying on the floor.
Love it.
Oh my gosh, that's a great figure just to pick up laying on the floor.
Right.
Another one.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about, man.
I'm telling you, man. Wow. Mike, when did you start collecting?
I mean, my whole life, I guess.
So what do you first remember buying? What's your first wrestling figure? Well, what line?
My dog's barking right now. I don't know if you can hear that. I guess like I have a vivid memory of I was probably like 3 years old, 4 years old, and getting a Hacksaw Jim Duggan Hasbro. It was on Easter. I think that, but I had Hasbros before that. I remember that, but they were really my brothers. It was just me, just taking them, and like like my earliest memories is just playing with like the LJNs and the Hasbros, and just watching wrestling with my father and my brothers.
That's an awesome memory, though.
Yeah, it's best way it happens, man.
Here's a message for you. Kanik, thank you for the major bendies. The Bendums are my favorite line growing up, and you did an amazing job recreating the nostalgia.
Thank you so much.
And we're going to talk more about them in a little bit, but let's just talk a little more about your collecting history. So, like, yeah, I was an LJN kid. So, and I knew I'm a true collector because I kept them even as a little kid. I'd never get rid of them. And
that is insane.
Yes. So I still have them all. And like I said, I was just a wrestling diehard fan. I saved everything. I have every magazine, every wrestling magazine from when I was a kid. I have TV guides from when I was a kid. And my mom would be like, "Why are you saving this stuff?" And I'm like, "Just don't get rid of it." So I had stored it in her attic. And when we bought the house like 8 years ago, she shows up with a car full of boxes. And I'm like, "Oh no." So now my basement was filled with that along with the new stuff. So what is your favorite line?
A favorite line in general, or
yeah, your favorite wrestling?
Wrestling only. Favorite wrestling.
We'll do both. You can do both. You can do wrestling and favorite.
I think favorite wrestling has to be the Hasbros. I love Matthew, by the way.
He's the best.
Matthew's the best.
But favorite has to be the Hasbro's, just because that's what I remember, just like pure happiness, right? As a child,
Yeah.
and it's like that's one of your first memories, and
Yeah.
I just remember playing with my brothers, and it was just like simpler times, right? We didn't really have money. We had no jobs. The only thing we worried about is when's wrestling going on and when's Rugrats going on.
Yeah, it's true.
So it's simpler times, and then like I always just remembered talking to my brother about Diesel. He always told me the Diesel figure was coming out for the Hasbro's, and we're just always so excited. And we grew up in Jersey, and there was always a wrestling show at the Meadowlands that we would go to. And I just remember me and my brother always going to the booths and like, "Do you have the Diesel Hasbro? Do you have the Diesel Hasbro?" And like people always just like said no, but it's coming out. It's coming out. And we never got it, but we got the Diesel Bendum, and that was. I just remember getting the Diesel Bendum as a kid also, and just being like so thrilled and so excited. And I would just play with it. I would mix up the Bendums with my Hasbro's, and now that's what my life is now, right? I just have a room full of Hasbro's.
Wow, it's so fun. Like, but you know what? It's just something about being an adult and still being able to escape to this and having ease. It brings you back. It clears your problems for the day. Like you could just be distracted with it. I think it's a great hobby.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't have a time machine, but I do have this toy room that, you know, I basically live in here. I don't go into any other room in my house. I go into my bedroom at night. That's about it. And occasionally the kitchen. But like, you know, I have these Hasbro's that are my childhood memory. I have the flip head Power Rangers that are my childhood memory. And you know, I have like weird things. I have the Ninja Turtles that I grew up with hanging on the wall. You sit down and you just look around, and it brings you happiness, and you know nothing else can do this for you.
Yeah, 100%.
It's 100%. When I need to escape, I come to my basement because you know I had a room in my basement that was my wrestling figure room, and now it's overtaken my whole basement. And I could just like step in the middle, take a deep breath, look around, and just forget everything else.
Yeah,
it is great. So, what's your
I have,
holy
like-
grail?
Oh yeah, let's go with that.
My holy grail. I really want to get. I mean, it's not wrestling related.
That's okay.
But so you said my other favorite toy line. My other favorite toy line is the Flip Head Power Rangers, because that's
Love
another
'em.
thing that I had as a kid. And outside of wrestling, it was always Power Rangers, right? And I had all the Power Rangers. My parents didn't have much money, but we always found a way to make sure that I had all the Power Rangers. So I've been working since I was like 4 years old. I always tell everyone, I was a failed childhood actor, right? I auditioned for Blue's Clues, Hey Arnold, with my brothers and stuff, and I never got a job. But my brothers would get jobs doing like extra work for soap operas and like modeling for like odd textbooks and stuff. And they would get this money, and my mom would take like a good portion of it, right? And my brothers would get a little bit for themselves and would go to Toys R Us, and you know, my brothers would buy wrestling figures. And if it was Chris, my oldest brother, I knew that I was gonna get a wrestling figure from him, right?
Oh.
Joey, when he got booked, I knew I was gonna get like a video game that we can play together, or Power Rangers figures for myself. But then I never got any bookings and stuff. But my mom found a like a marketing agency that would like do marketing for toys, and they would bring me in for like focus groups, and they would like, here's some Legos, try to figure out how to put it together all by yourself. And they would like time you and stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, this isn't work, this is fun. And then afterwards I'll get paid. and they would give my mom some cash, and then they would give me cash, and then right away I'd go to Toys R Us. So that's how we paid for a lot of the stuff. And Power Rangers, it was always just me buying Power Rangers. Let me turn off my mail so it doesn't pop up again. And that, so my holy grail would be a white flip head Power Ranger, because I had the whole collection growing up as a kid, and my brother had a girlfriend who thought she was cleaning the house and threw out all my Power Rangers.
Oh,
so I like, once I started to make money as an adult, that was the first thing I did. I bought out all the Power Rangers, but you couldn't find a white head flip Ranger. White Power Ranger, because it was so expensive and the prices just keep on going up. I should have just bought it like in the early 2000s when I had a chance for like $100.
Oh, I hear that. Because like, I wish I did my holy grail is the whole LJN black card collection, because my parents wouldn't order them for me as a kid, because when they were in a magazine, they were so expensive, like $20 a pop. And they're like, no. Now, who knew if she bought them for me, I'd be rich? Not that I would sell them, because I would want to hold on to them. But if I just bought them 3 or 4 years ago, it would have been a lot less than what they go for now. So my dream is to finish that collection, because that's what I always wanted as a kid. I remember being so disappointed, because my parents, they were like you, like, we didn't have a ton of money, but they always made sure we had the toys that we wanted. But like, that was the only thing they ever said no to me to, and I'm like, oh, I still want them. I still need to complete that collection.
Like, that's, you guys owe me.
So. It's funny because my oldest brother, that was his thing. He wanted the LJNs, and he wanted the black cards. And now my brother does very well for himself. He owns a technology company in California, and he got an office. Like, he has this massive building. He took the janitor's closet as his office, and because he wanted to seem cool, I guess. I don't know. But he's like, how do I make this like a cool room? And I was in his office, and I was like, you need some detox. You need to bring your figure collection that he had kept in his house, in his closet, because he didn't want his kids touching it, and he didn't want his like just people touching it and stuff. I'm like, keep it in your office. You're gonna keep the door locked most of the time anyway. You have a detox, it'll be locked, and that's a way for you to showcase your collection. And he said, no, people will think I'm too childish and stuff. I'm like, do it, trust me. So he got one detox, filled it up with Hasbro's, and people started commenting about how much they love it. And then he got a second detox for his LJNs, and now his office is basically like what I have here, just filled with wrestling figures and G.I. Joes and He-Man stuff. And now, right above his desk, he has all the black cards.
Wow.
Mint on card, just hanging up.
Wow.
So, and that's the first thing that people talk about. He had someone from a very important company come in and looked at his thing, and was just like awed, and they were like, are those the black card LJNs? My brother was like so impressed. The guy knew what it was and everything, but now it's just like a talking point.
Yeah,
I'll tell you, it's crazy how many people come to my house and see my figures when they come into my basement, and all of a sudden people know about it. They never talk about it, but when they come in and they see it, all of a sudden, oh my gosh, I had these LJNs. Yeah. Oh wow, you have the white shirt Hogan. Like, so many people know about it that you would expect. And that's one thing I loved about the Major Pod group, is like, it made it more comfortable to show off your collection.
Right.
Like, for me, especially, like, totally, and you just start talking to these other collectors, and it's, you know what, this is what I enjoy doing. Screw it if somebody else thinks less of it. Like, if it makes me happy, then damn, that's all I care about.
Yeah, it's insane, because like I had a heating issue in my house, and I had to call PS&G, and the guy comes and he's like all aggravated and everything. It was cold, it was raining, and he was just, didn't want to be there. And he was giving me like some sort of attitude when I showed him the boiler and everything. And then he's like, oh, you owed like 50 cents on your bill. You can't I can't touch anything right now until you pay off your bill. And I was like, I owe 50 cents. I'll give you $2 right now. Just fix it. But I had to like pay online and show him the receipt. It was like a whole deal. And he left his car. I left to the van to go get like a piece. As he walks in, he sees that I have a wrestling chair in the living room. And he's like, "Oh, you're a wrestling fan?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Oh man, he's like, I collect all these things." I'm like, "You want to see something really cool?" And I just open up the office. I show him everything. He gave me his phone number. He said, "Whenever you have a heating issue, call me directly. We'll hook you up." Everything. I was like, "Okay."
That's awesome. See, it's so cool. So, okay, so you're before we get into the major benties, I have the whole collection of the Eaglemoss statues.
Yeah.
Now, you were in charge of that line?
Yeah, so it was an interesting story, I guess. I ramble, so you guys can stop me whenever. But
you're good.
Ramble
You're all
away.
good, man. Yeah.
I'll give you the whole story of that. But I was working at a marketing agency. It was one of the top marketing agencies in the United States, and I was doing CRM work for them underneath their pharmaceutical brand, and it was very tedious, easy work, very high paying. Most people would probably love the job. You could show up whenever you want, leave whenever you want, and get paid very well. I was frustrated. I was bored. Um, I was doing the work in my sleep. And I would listen to the Major Pod. It had like just recently come out, I think. It was probably a few months in. I had it with the job, and um, I was just listening to the pod, and I was like, this is what I need to be doing. I need to be working in collectibles. This is what my passion is. These guys seem so happy about doing it because they weren't really being used on WWE.
Yeah.
And they found their way of expressing themselves through the podcast and talking about what they love, right? Besides wrestling, they love collectibles, they love action figures, they love collecting. And I said, this is what I need to do. And I went on LinkedIn that night, typed in toys, Eaglemoss popped up. I applied for it. The next day I had a job interview, went on three interviews. I actually bumped into Roman Reigns one day while I was coming back from one of the interviews. But they actually had told me during one of the interviews, come back with a pitch of a license that we should do. And I said, the WWE. And they laughed at me, and I was like, "What? You're not wrestling fans?" And they're like, "No, we're not. But we just got the license for the WWE. Would you like to work on it?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." So I was really excited to do that. There was another guy who was the brand manager for the WWE, but as I was joining, he was leaving. So he was actually the person really in charge of bringing the whole brand together, and then I kind of managed it afterwards. So if you notice with the first few statues, you'll see that they're a lot skinnier than the rest of the line. That was something he did. I said, these guys are pro athletes. They need to be bulkier and muscular. That's when you'll see that in the later lines, they're a lot more muscular and a lot more filling. And then I've actually got to pick which ones would be coming out. The whole Gronk thing was my mistake.
No, don't admit that.
I'll take the credit for that one. But there was reasoning behind it. And then, I'm no longer with that company. I'm now with a company called Zavvi that is also now selling WWE products. They're doing Mattel, and I'm looking to bring in some other stuff as well. But with that being said, I did do a lot more work at Eaglemoss before I left. So they are coming out with some cool WWE products. And don't worry, Matthew, you're getting them.
Like I said, I have scratching all the way over here.
I have the whole Eaglemoss line. I love those little.
Right now.
You're good.
I love
Cheers,
that
brother.
line. They were fun, those little statues.
They were great.
Great.
And it was actually the first subscription of WWE magazines in the United States in a long time.
Yeah.
If you thought about it.
I love the little books, the magazines that came attached to them. And then my wife sees my Bailey, and she has to go out and buy her own because she loves Bailey, and she has it displayed in our dining room armoire. Like it's just right in there.
Yeah,
like right in front of our china. There's Bailey. So
love it.
We love them. So you listen to the pod, and you start helping Matt and Brian with some of their ideas for the toys because you.
Yeah, so that is another story of its own, right? I did they had those like early on promotions. If you bought a t-shirt, they'll call you. And they'll call you to thank you, right? I had just joined Eaglemoss. It was probably 2 or 3 months in. We're ready to launch the WWE line, and I get a phone call from Matt and Brian, right? And I told them how they inspired me to leave my very comfortable, cushy pharmaceutical marketing job to work in collectibles and get less pay. And they thought that was really cool. And I said, we actually have a WWE license. If you guys want anything, just let me know, and I'll make sure to hook you guys up with free samples. And Matt quickly asked me for my Instagram, and he started following me on Instagram, and would message each other back and forth about things. And one day on the podcast, he mentioned that he was interested in doing foam fingers, and he just didn't know how to do foam fingers. And I said, well, before I worked at the agency, I worked for another company that would create all these weird things for companies like Chase Bank and schools, and it's just like they did everything. And I thought it was a dead end job. I learned the knowledge that would get me nowhere. And he said, I want to do a foam finger. And I was like, well, I know how to do a foam finger. That's easy for me because I learned it from this stupid job. And I messaged them. I said, hey, I can get a foam finger done for you like in 4 days. And I can get you the pricing. I'm still very good friends with the owner of the company. And you would just pay the cost. Because I still get a very nice employee discount because I'm friends with the owner of the company. And he didn't believe me. I hooked him up. He got the foam fingers actually delivered to his house, and he couldn't find them. He couldn't find the box, and I think he thought that I was scamming him. And he was like, I can't find them. What's going on? Like, he was just getting like really, like I could tell in the messages. He didn't say anything mean or anything, but you can tell in the messages that he was like angry. And I'm like, I'll check the tracking. Don't worry, it's insured. Nothing's bad's gonna happen. And like, probably 5 minutes later, after like a series of messages of like, where's this box? He's like, oh, I found it. They look great. Thank you. And since then, it's just I've been doing all this stuff because I literally have access to do anything. I have access to all these factories in China. So it's literally whatever our imagination is, and if it makes sense financially, we're all able to make it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So awesome because I know cool. I could tell right away when they started teasing the bendies were coming on a podcast. They were dropping little hints here and there, and I was excited because I loved the LJM bendies as a kid. I still have them all, so I'm all in on the bendies. I've got the first set sitting right next to me right here. See, there's Matt right there. And you got Swoggle. So tell us this story. Like, you come up with this idea for There we go. There's Matt. And I love the packaging. And I know you guys said you're changing the packaging, but it so easily comes apart and goes back together if you want to open them and put them back in. But tell us, how did the whole bendies? I know it was your brainchild, the major bendies.
Yeah.
Tell us some.
Let me actually, while I'm talking, I'm gonna just step out of camera. So we had just finished series 1 of the Buddies, and I had just finished mailing them all out. It was a great success. It sold out fairly quickly. I mean, I think the Buddies are very hard sell because it's big, right?
Yeah.
And I was just having a victory drink, right? I had a Bourbon County, which is an 18% beer. You get drunk just sniffing it. But I think I was probably on my second one that night. And I was just like staring at it, and I was like, this is really cool. I would like to continue doing this because it was something that we had created together. The Buddies was another idea that I had, and I was just happy to see that it was a great success. And I said, how can we duplicate this, but make it so that it's smaller and a lot more collectible and a thing that we can grow? And I knew Zombie was coming out with the Hasbros. I don't think he announced it yet. And I knew we couldn't do Buddies again, even though we did. Which is another story. But I had just bought a bunch of Bendums from Wrestling Universe, and I had like a mountain stack of them in my toy room, and I was just sitting down and I stared at them and I said, that's it, Bendums. And I text the guys. It was an idea that I had to bring them involved, right? Because I knew I couldn't do it all on my own, right? I need other eyes. I need they're very expensive to make, so I need some financial support in doing it. And most importantly, it's the guidance that they have, right?
Yeah.
Because you can come up with all the ideas and you will think they're all genius, but you need someone else to cross-check you and be like, no, that's
100%, man.
And those are the two guys that you want, right?
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
TTD also. TTD is a fucking genius. I don't know if I can cuss here, but I'm doing it.
No,
anyway.
you're fine. Yeah, we're open game, man.
But I didn't want to say anything to them because I didn't know how to bring it up to them, and I probably waited until February or March to bring it up to them. And when I did, Brian quickly called me because it was like through a text message, and he said, "This is a legit business idea." And I go, "Yeah, I know. I was just afraid of, I didn't want to seem like a scrub and like try to use you guys or something." He's like, "No. We're gonna use you." That's not the words that he really used, but basically he's like, "No, we gotta figure out a partnership in doing this," and it kind of just got put on the back burner because Matt had already told TTD to do the other Buddies. So the other Buddies were just in so much in the process already. I kind of just didn't really have time to do it. And I knew that I was ready to move on from Eaglemoss. And I was looking for something else, which is, if you know, looking for another job is a full-time job in itself. So we put it on the back burner for such a long time, and I don't think we started really working on it until August. Like, I don't think TTD did the art until August.
Wow.
And so that's how long of a gap it was from idea to execution. But once we start actually working on it, we got it into customers' hands in less than 6 months. during a pandemic, during a pandemic, and a logistics issue where everyone's getting delays from the ports and everything. So I think that's pretty incredible. So
it was crazy fast.
Yeah.
How fast they're at. Like I said, I love them. I love the packaging. I love how you have the cards on the back, but you don't have to cut the cards because you get the little pack of all the cards that come with it, which is a genius idea.
Yeah.
I love that you did that. So what's changing with the packaging?
Show you the new packaging right now.
Oh, snap.
That's why I set that up.
Wow. That's amazing.
Oh,
that's so cool, man.
This is a little bit thicker. So I call it the drop test. And I'm not sure if it's a legit term in toys, but you need to make sure that it can fall and it not break.
Yeah.
You know, it's tough with the resealable packaging. So the resealable packaging is going to make it a lot more fragile than another carded thing or a box, or actually people don't really even want to do cards anymore because it's so fragile. So the plastic's a little bit thicker to prevent the cards from slipping out. We have that extra protection right there. And then I don't think you can really see it, but the card thickness is a lot. It's like almost triple.
Oh, that's awesome. I can notice it. Yeah, for sure.
Wow. So it's a lot more thicker. So it's part of the whole drop testing that I was talking about, and it's a lot nicer to hold. This is Conrad that the factory didn't provide the blister inside.
That's awesome.
This is the job.
Wow. Oh my God, I need that.
Wow.
Thickness.
Wow. Look how thick. That's amazing.
There he is. Woo.
Oh my
gosh.
Love it,
man. Absolutely love it.
Now, do we know when these go on sale yet or not yet?
The factory's legit working on them right now. The factory loves me.
Dude, I love it, man.
It will be on the boat before Chinese New Year.
Nice.
So,
wow.
So it'll be in transit. Hopefully, thank you, Alex. It'll be on boat, and hopefully either mid-February, mid to maybe early March.
Wow. Good stuff.
Man. And then I'm also having them. It's gonna be packaged in this box. The 3.
Okay, so you can just ship it.
No, I'm gonna double box it.
Oh, okay.
You saint.
More protection.
More protection. So it's less bubble wrap for me and easier for me to package because the factory's doing all the bundling for me.
That's true, great. But you're still thinking about the collector because you're double boxing
100%,
it.
Yeah, like no Amazon priming going on here.
You go the extra step by giving out these cards, which you don't have to do because it's just an extra expense for you guys.
Yeah,
you've added to the packaging.
It's an extra expense, and I don't think what people realize is I'm the one shipping all this all by myself.
Yeah.
Right. So I have legit boxes of Nats, Bryans, Swaggles, Marks, all around my house, and I'm just picking in them, right? Like I'll take 10 at a time of each person, and then I'll just stare at it, and I'm like, I don't like the box condition of this one, so I put it back into another pile that I'm getting new boxes to and then I have to repackage those eventually. So I'm doing all that, and it's a lot of work, right?
Yeah.
So I'm bubble wrapping and unboxing and everything.
Sure.
The trading cards, I'm doing that all myself too. So it's the trading cards, one of each, putting them in a plastic, throwing them in the box, and it's just a lot of work. So the box bundling, it was an idea that I had originally for the protection of the figures, right? Once again, the drop test. But then I realized, oh shit, this also will save me so much time in packing. So I was so excited. I got a quote from the factory, and Matt's like, "Oh yeah, that's great for the protection. It's well worth it for the protection." And I'm like, "No, fuck it. It's well worth my sanity."
I hear you, man. When I have to just pack up 2 things, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine having to do all that
crazy,
and then bring it to the post office. Oof.
And you shipped like a madman. I remember when I ordered the Major Buddies, they were here in like I can't even. I got the shipping notification. They were here the next morning. I was like, "What the fuck happened?" I was like, "This is insane." So like, you're doing God's work, man. Bless you, brother. Bless you.
And then coming still, we got series 2 coming out with Danhausen.
Yeah.
Adam Bomb.
Yeah. So we have Adam Bomb, Nick Gage,
MDK all day, baby.
Brian Pillman.
Wow.
And yeah, Danhausen. Let me get these samples.
That's a pretty awesome set when you put those 4 names together.
Wow. Love the vest. Love the shirt. Yeah, that's great.
I wish this vest is fucking insane. If you touch that, that's all molded.
Awesome, wow.
Man. So it's nice. It's nice.
Paying attention to detail. I love it.
This one I think might be my favorite. I really like Danhausen just because I got to know Danhausen now, and he's such a nice guy.
We love Danhausen.
I love Danhausen.
He's such a funny guy.
Oh, I can't wait to get that.
That's so cool, man.
And actually, this is the second version of Danhausen. I was looking for the first one, and I realized I get it to Danhausen. So this is the second version because we had a mistake on the first one with the paint, and we were ready to go into production for that one. And I showed it to Danhausen, and he looked at me, and he's like, "Is it okay if I give you some corrections?" I'm like, No, it's your face. You got to tell me what to do. And he gave me some corrections. We messed up on the actual paint layout, and we got it corrected.
That's awesome.
Wow.
So I showed him this, and he was very happy with it. So this is now in production. Has his signature on the back, the nice little spirals on the tights, the tattoo, and this is
That's super badass. Yeah.
And guys, if you want to order right now, the series 1 is still up on their site, majorpodmerch.com. It's right here on the screen. Go order them today if you haven't yet, and we'll let you know when the next set goes on sale. We always love to let people know when new stuff's going on sale so we can all just spend our money.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's
Nick Gage.
Pizza cutter in his hand.
So if you think about it, it's like, I mean, if you exclude micro ballers, right?
Yeah.
These are this is the first Nick Gage figure, right?
Yep.
Cool.
This is the first Danhausen figure, technically.
Yes.
Right? Well, Zombie has the first one, but this is going to be the first one to market.
Yeah.
And
wow, man.
This is going to be the first Brian Pillman in how long?
At least, I want to say at least 5 years, right?
Yeah, because he had that Mattel. It was probably 5-6 years ago.
Yeah. 5-6 years. I thought it was much longer. I thought it was
10. Close enough, right?
Yeah, but it's 5-6 years. And then Brian Clark.
That's awesome, man.
Wow.
Which is based off of the Bendham that never came out.
That's so cool.
Wow, that's crazy.
And I mean, we have a lot of plans for these too. So
can't wait.
Do we know when those will be hitting? Yeah, any timeline?
Probably April.
Nice.
Wow. Quick turnaround, man. Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
One right after the other.
Yeah.
I love it.
No, I'm super pumped, man. Conrad Thompson looks like Kingpin from Spider-Man in that packaging. I love it so much.
It's funny because I have a friend who's very, like, he's an uber fan of Conrad. And he was, he was driving me to an event at one of the major pod events, and he was asking me about the Bendy's line, right? And he's like, "Oh, so who's the next one? Like Warrior Fox?" And I'm like, "No, we're doing stuff outside of what's the major pod realm, right? This is going to be a legit toy line where we're getting big guys. We want like all the stars, right?" And he's like, "Oh, so what's next?" I'm like, "Well, today we just signed Conrad Thompson." So this is the first Conrad Thompson in how long?
It looks
this
awesome.
is the
Ever.
first one.
Yeah,
that is the first. I've
First
spoken
in
to
line,
many
man.
people who are very excited about that Conrad Thompson figure.
I'm ridiculously excited for it. I'm not even like a huge Conrad Thompson guy, but I was like, man, that looks so good. And now, like, you're showing it to me, I'm like, shit, I'm gonna have to buy two.
Yeah, I'm excited for this, and I think we're doing something that no one else is doing. Right? We're getting approvals from the talent themselves.
Yeah,
We show it to them, and we let them keep their prototypes also.
that's so
cool. We tell them keep it because you don't know when this is going to happen again, basically, right? But no, I mean, a lot of people will get multiple figures, but like, I think it's a cool thing to own your prototype of your figure. Two,
yeah.
I have so much respect for the wrestlers. Even though Conrad's not a wrestler technically, but I have respect for what he's done. He's probably more of a wrestler than anyone else, right?
You're right.
But it's important for them to have the approval. So they all sign a contract, right? They all get paid royalties. They all get paid a sign-up bonus. And then they get approval on their figures, on their likeness. No one else is going to do that for you, right?
Yeah.
Mattel won't do that. Mattel's going to just do whatever they say. So Dan Hausen, for example, we fucked up. He saw it. He's mentioned it to us, and I said, "No problem. We change it."
Yeah.
Matt, there was issues with him. We fixed it. There was issues with Brian. We fixed it. We knocked everyone out of the park really quickly. Everyone else, basically. Well, actually, no. Mark, we did fuck up. I actually kept this prototype. I didn't give it to Mark. The first ever round of the bendy that we did, the head was a lot smaller and the body was a lot bigger. It just looked very disproportional, and there was no signature on the back. So I kept that because I think that's kind of special.
Yeah.
We did this, and I got that prototype in hand in 2 weeks from the design from TTD. And I need this.
And this is, let me know a few people can see it. I love this figure. That was just a classic match on AEW, seeing him with the tribute outfit to Cornette. And look at the back, the detail.
It's super awesome.
I mean,
I love the signature.
When else can you have this going on?
There you go. Nowhere else.
I love it,
all
man.
thanks to you, Kanik.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
but,
crazy.
We're looking into different stuff too. I talked to Brett from GCW. So, Matt's there. So there's very good possibilities. No, he signed back again.
Yeah.
So there's guys from GCW that we're looking into. There's a full amount of people that Matt and Brian know.
Yeah.
My brother's next door neighbor is Chavo Guerrero, that I always like to say. So I'm friendly with him. So there's always stuff. There's always stuff there, and I always have Chavo's resources. And my brother knows a lot of people himself. We're just working in a odd company that he does, and he's very friendly with a lot of UFC guys, and so there's options there. He's very good friends with Kurt Angle, so
that's exciting stuff.
And then there's always Tatanka that I would like to get and make sure that Mitch doesn't get any.
Yes.
This is exciting. Because where else are you going to get GCW figures from?
Exactly. So I got into an argument with someone online today, and it really frustrated me. I normally just ignore people's comments, but this guy was just irritating me. What we're trying to do, and the reason why we're bundling things, is because, yes, you're going to get the superstars, right? Or Matt Cardona. But then we're going to also give you someone else that may never, ever get a figure anywhere else. But there is a fan base for that. So we're going to just add them into the bundle, right? And who knows? That guy may not be a popular person today, but he might blow up tomorrow. And I call this the Brian Cage effect. I love Brian Cage. Brian Cage, if you look at his microballer, the eBay history, it was like $5. Today, it's like $100 on eBay.
Yeah.
And why is that? It's because he's a fucking machine on AEW.
Yeah.
I mean, he hasn't been on TV in a while, but he's still very good.
Yeah.
And then there's multiple people like that too.
There's
a lot of microballers that wasn't going for a lot before. Now it's going for a lot now. And
Absolutely.
you can say the same thing for Mattel figures. And it's going to happen with the AEW figures soon too.
Yep.
As that collection grows. And I think it's going to be the same thing now. So people who complain about, I don't want this figure, take the figure.
Yeah.
Save it. Or sell it on eBay. Give it to a friend, right?
100%, man. Yeah.
Because you don't know what's going to happen to that guy.
Yep.
And we're trying to do unique things that I think is special and people are going to love.
Yeah.
And you are doing it. You definitely are. I'm excited. I was all in for the bendies from the second I heard you just announce it. Again, go to majorpodmerch.com, guys. If you haven't ordered your Major Bendies yet, Series 1, get in now before they're gone, and then you have to go pay secondary prices.
Yeah.
It's limited edition and not going to be around forever. When they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah. So. No, it's truth and quality shows. So make sure you order and get your stuff in before they're gone, and you're screwed out of luck, man.
Yeah.
We know how we know how those limited merchandise sales go in the Major Pod pay.
Yes.
I mean, and if you just think about figures itself, like, you can see something on the shelf for a while, right? Every day you pass by, I'll get it tomorrow. It's always here. And then it's not there anymore. And then you check eBay. And that Princess Leia, that slave Leia that we kept on passing on for months is now $100 on eBay.
Yeah.
When it was $15 or $20 at Target for how long?
I could tell you Mattel figures I did that with. The Andre the Giant with 100%. The machine.
Yeah.
The giant machine.
I did the same thing.
I bought one and I always wanted two. And I waited. 6 months later, I'm like, let me go now and go buy one on eBay. It was $100 in 6 months. I'm like, what?
You never know what's going to strike, man.
No.
White Ranger flip heads. That fucking A, man. I had like 3 of them when I was a kid. I wish I never got rid of any of them.
I think it's like also like $1,000 now on eBay.
That's fucking crazy.
Wow, is it that much?
Yeah, I got a mail away Hogan cheaper than that.
I had the Saber when I was a kid, man. I was all for it, man. I had the giant, I forget what his name is, but the giant turtle. And I was like, this is fucking great. The pyramid. I was like, these were the best toy playset shit you could get, man.
So I have a great story about the flute. My brother got it for me. After he did I don't know what he did. It's like a soap opera episode. I'm gonna say Married with Children, but I know that's not a soap opera. It was like All My Children. All My Children. Yeah, yes. He was like an extra on that, and there was a Toys R Us right by the Lincoln Tunnel. that we would go to. That was our Toys R Us, and they had just released some Power Ranger figures, and I always say, because it's a lost thing now, right?
Yeah.
Like like legit toy hunting was the 80s and 90s, right? It was legit a scene from Jingle All the Way. People were jumping over people, attacking everyone. And my brother did that for the Green Ranger flute because he knew I wanted it. And he jumped over, got the Green Ranger flute and a Billy flip head that I needed.
Wow.
And he got it. And he came back to me. His nose was broken, like legit, just covered in blood.
Good thing he filmed all my children earlier.
And he gave it to me, and he goes, "All right, let's go pay for this shit."
Oh my god!
But I say that, and he was probably like 13 or 14.
That's crazy, man. That's awesome. Yeah. No, it's good shit. I loved it. I remember my brother picking up Power Ranger toys for me when I was a kid. Like I was sick one day home from school, and he rode his bike, which the closest Toys R Us was. It was at least a 15-minute drive. I couldn't imagine what it was on his bike, but like he came back and he had those really tall ones, you know. Like, and I was like, these are the best. And like he just sat there and played. Like I love. This is why toys are so important. Like those small memories like that, it makes it worthwhile, man. And like my brother's no longer here. I love that memory though. Like that shit lasts the rest of my life. I'll never forget him for doing
Nobody
that.
could ever take that from you. You just reminded me when you were telling that story. My mom tells a story from when I was collecting LJN. She went to Toys R Us, and it was like November, right before Christmas. And she asked the person, "Did you get these figures?" And she goes, "Yeah, they're in the box in the back. I don't know. Check back later. I don't know if we'll get them out today." So she's like, "Well, listen, here's your choices. You could go get them for me right now, or I'm just gonna sit down right here and not leave until they're out." And the guy went in the back and got them for her.
That's awesome.
I don't even remember which one it was, but it was for one of the LJN sets.
That's so cool.
I haven't thought about that story in so long.
It's funny too, because like my brother, so he got me the original flute back in the 90s. And I'm not sure if you remember, but Bandai was doing the Legacy release, right?
Yeah.
A few years ago. And actually the guy behind that, his name is Greg, and he's now in charge of the AEW line at Jazzwares.
Nice.
Fun fact. I used to bother Greg a lot. But they had the Legacy line, and I was going to San Diego Comic-Con, and I really wanted the exclusive flute that they had. It was like a 24 karat gold. That's why I shout out to Greg.
Love Greg.
I love Greg. I bothered Greg so much. But they had a 24 karat gold flute, and I really wanted it. And I went the first day to make the line. I was nowhere near where I should have been for the line to get the flute. The thing was selling out instantly. So I woke up the next day, like 1 o'clock in the morning, I think, in San Diego. Went to make the line, didn't get it. Just like every day. And then finally the last day, I went to make the line, and I was like, I counted the people, and I'm like, I got this. And even Greg saw me, and Greg knew that I'm like a psychopath for Power Rangers, and just saw me, and he was like, "I think you're good today. I think you're good." I'm like, "I hope so. I hope so." And some guy cut me in the line, and I flipped out, and he threatened to kill me. He took out a knife.
Wow.
And I was like, not worth it.
Nope. Yeah.
He took my spot. That was like legit the last guy.
Oh no,
it's heartbreaking.
And I was like so upset. And I got home. I was like so furious about everything. I had told my brother what happened while I was on my flight back home, and the next week I had a 24 karat gold dragon flute in my living room because my brother had bought one on eBay for me. So if you go back to the 90s, my brother got me one by breaking his nose. And
now he got you one by breaking his bank.
Probably breaking his bank, because I think at the time it was going for like $800.
I'm misting right now. This is beautiful.
Yeah,
like, I'm so happy to hear that. That's the coolest shit ever, man.
That's an amazing story. What a brother.
Yeah.
What a story.
That's so cool, dude. Oh, wow. Power Rangers are wild.
What people will do for their toys.
The best part is, I guess he had it sent to him and then he sent it to me because like I had a note that said, "Don't talk about throwing." He had a girlfriend who threw out all my Power Ranger toys earlier. He says, "Don't bring that up again."
Calling it even. Right. We're done. I love it, man. That's so cool, dude. That's amazing. Yeah.
Dude, I mean, so any teases of what we're gonna see from your new company from WWE? Are you allowed to? You're not allowed to?
No.
All right.
WWE.
I didn't
cool
think
WWE
so.
shit, Tom.
I need my health insurance.
I gotcha. I totally get that.
But the way I drink, I'm gonna need it.
Well, we look forward to seeing what it is, and let us know, and we'll advertise it on here, and let people know when it's 100%. Officially announced.
Yeah, we're working on some really cool things. We're bringing on a lot of new brands on, so that we'll be carrying. We carry everything from literally everything. But my job is to sit down, look at the website, see how the website can function better as a collector.
Yeah.
And communicate what's available for you guys, and then also try to make sure that you guys are getting the best deals, right?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the Hasbro stuff, and I'm a big fan of Boba Fett, Book of Boba Fett right now. I'm a big fan of Star Wars. My dog's name is Chewbacca, who's scratching at the door right now.
Love it.
But it's like, I made sure that we have Darksabers in stock. I made sure that we have the Boba Fett helmets in stock. But now I'm looking at it, I'm like, are these priced to the market? Is this what I would want as a collector? What would give me an incentive to order this? So I'm looking at that now, and hopefully within the next few weeks we can do something for the fans and consumers. But it's also a lot more than just collectibles. It's I think everything is a collectible. If you think about it, people collect T-shirts, people collect vinyl records, and movies, and that's all we sell all that. So there's exclusive steel books. We have The Godfather that just came out today. There's a Green Mile steel book. There's a Spider-Man steel book that sold out very fast. Probably once I hit it live, it left. But then there's vinyl records that we do, so exclusive vinyl records. We're working with all the music companies to make sure we get hands on all the greatest artists, but then also what are those artists that people love but want, they want the colored vinyl with it, what goes with it. And it's a group of people that are very like-minded. We have, I don't know if I'm allowed to say actually, but we have someone who's very influential in the Funko community on board, and now we're looking at what can we do with Funkos.
That's cool.
That's cool.
So we did the Superman and Lois Funko exclusive. What can we do after that, right?
Yeah.
And Funko is probably one of the largest toy companies right now, right?
Absolutely.
And then we do shirts and sweatpants, and it's all exclusive to us. What can I do outside of that? We do custom headphones with licenses too, so you can get like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle exclusive headset, or maybe a Wink Wink Major Pod.
Can you give out the link so people could check it out and go buy some stuff?
Yeah, it's just so Zavvi is a global company, so we have locations everywhere throughout the world. So if you're shopping in the US, the fastest way is just us.zavvi.com. ZAVVI. And but if you're not if you're in Canada or in the UK, you can probably just type in zavvi.com, and it'll probably direct you to what your location is VV, not BB.
Oh, VV. Edit.
Back up.
There we go. us.zavvi.com. Pay attention. Go see what's there. Sounds like some exciting exclusive stuff. You got me interested in that Godfather Steelbook.
We got Call of Duty shit. We got a lot of cool stuff on here. I'm excited to check this out. Yeah.
We launched the Call of Duty collection, I think, yesterday. I don't know. We got
Squid Game. You guys got it all, man.
we did Ghostbusters. If you're a fan of Transformers, we had exclusive Transformers sneakers that went live, and it kind of just like sold out instantly.
Hell yeah.
But we have
that's awesome.
Ghostbusters sneakers, Ghostbusters jacket that Mark was a big fan of. It's just like a bomber jacket with
it's got good taste.
Different names. But it's incredible stuff. Like every day I'm just like amazed, and I'm like, I get to do this. This is my job.
That's cool, man.
That's awesome. If you ever need an assistant, I have a resume. I'm in New Jersey.
I'll quit some work I got going on anytime. Happy to do so.
Always looking to work and do something I love.
Yeah, no.
It makes it not work. It's so much better to do something like that than go to a job you're not happy with.
Yeah. I mean, today it was just, I'm sorry, I like going on rambles, but
you're good, man. Always.
I was like just sitting down, and I was like, oh man, I really should get to work. And I'm like, oh, this is my job. Because I was just like, I was just price matching everything. But I was like, at like one point, I just kind of just like gazed into a site, and I'm just looking at things, and I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing? And I'm like, oh no, I'm working.
Wow.
Like in my mind, I thought I was shopping.
Wow.
See, and when you feel like you're about to get caught while you're working, and you're like, oh shit, I'm going to work, that means you hit good goal, man.
That's awesome, man. Good for you.
Love it.
This was so much fun, man. Thanks for coming on. Discussing the major bendies with us.
It was good to get to know more about Kanik, man. It's awesome. Like I always see you on the major page. I'm always like, hell yeah. I've gotten the bendies or gotten the buddies. I've got it's awesome to finally fucking talk to you, man.
There we go.
Awesome.
Make sure majorpodmerch.com, guys. Go order today.
I love interacting with people. I used to say I was very antisocial, and I realized I was very social of a person. But but then but I love meeting everyone, and this is something about the community I love. It's a bunch of like-minded people coming together and just talking to each other, right?
Yeah.
And we all share a same passion, right? So it's amazing because you won't get this anywhere else. Like,
nope.
You won't get this at church. You won't. I mean, probably at church, actually. But you won't get this at your job. You won't get this at hanging out at the bar, right? It's literally just. You won't find someone who's excited about wrestling or Star Wars or Marvel or any action figures or anything like that anywhere else. But 100%. In a community like this, the live shows, it's a ton of fun going
Live 8. I got to meet you at Live 8. We got a picture together. It was so much fun.
I was probably blackout drunk, but
I think most people were there for blackout trunk.
That was
best way to do it, man.
That was a rough one, but it's just so exciting because like you get to meet people that share your same passion, and it's so exciting. It's like you think that you have like a weird quirk or whatever, like a weird habit that no one else would have, right?
Yeah.
Like, and then you talk to someone else that shares the same passion as you, and it's like, oh yeah, you can have like explosive diarrhea going
We're
into
normal.
Walgreens, but you can have explosive diarrhea, run into Target looking for Pepto-Bismol, but you still have to stop at the toy section first.
Always.
Because you don't want somebody to come in and get the figure that's there while you're in the bathroom.
No, for
I know
sure.
exactly what you're talking about.
You gotta check before and then right before you leave.
Yeah.
Just in case they put something out.
And that happened to me in Target once.
Yeah.
I was there with my wife. I'm like, I'm gonna go check again. She's like, would you stop? There's nothing new out there. And I don't know if somebody went and put it back on the shelf, but all of a sudden there was another figure there that I needed, and I grabbed it.
You love it, man. I just told Tom the other day I went to Walmart to buy milk, and I walked out with a $700 Simpsons fucking arcade machine. And I was like,
I want that machine,
dude. It's awesome. It's so cool. We can play online. Let me know when you get it, man. It's a trip, but it's like you just the little shit like that. You walk in, you're like, I just came here for like fucking aerosol fucking spray. Then you're like, oh, Mortal Kombat looks pretty fucking tasty over there. Like, come on, we'll come home. It's cool. Sorry, bank account.
Thank you, Alex.
Yeah. No, man. I mean, I live in I'm in Flemington, and I hit two Targets around me and like 4 WalMarts, and some days I just grab. So much fun.
Yeah,
so much fun.
It's great, but without the community, without finding out that we're not weird, none of this would feel okay.
I don't know if it's not that we're not weird, but we just don't care anymore because we have other weird people with us.
We got a lot of weird people. We're community.
It's become the cool thing now, right? Like,
100%.
I think the Big Bang Theory kind of like opened up the gates of, hey, this is the
100%.
nerd community.
Yeah.
This is these are the smart guys. These are the smart guys that are making the money. These are the cool people. And then the Marvel Cinematic Universe kind of just like said, "Fuck you, we're taking over the world." We got a gauntlet.
Yeah,
and a we have a gauntlet and a Hulk. Go fuck yourself. And
there needs to be a shirt now. We got a gauntlet and a Hulk. Go fuck yourself.
And it kind of just kicked off from there. And then there's other universes like the Major Pod, where they talk about action figures all the time. You got Dan Hausen on YouTube and Ethan Page. You have you guys. You have a bunch of people just, I call them like micro hubs, right? Because this, like no one's fucking with Disney. Disney's the mafia. But then you got the micro hubs around it that's just reminding people, hey, this is fucking cool now.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's now accepted to the point where like I'm the cool uncle, right? Like obviously my 6-year-old nephew is gonna think I'm fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Because I have more toys than he can ever imagine. But then my 14-year-old nephew thinks I'm a god because I have University Blue sneakers plus a $400 Baby Yoda that's life size. So it's just like it's a bunch of weird shit like that.
Yeah.
But it's accepted now, and it's okay to bring out your nerdum to the point where Kanye West, to add into the Big Bang Theory, he's fucking raps about Japanese anime all day.
Yeah. It's wild, man. So the pop culture and the nostalgia factor both kind of hit head on together, and it made this a beautiful thing. And I don't care what the fuck happened. I'm happy to live in this realm, whatever you want to call it, this zone of shit. Like, give me collectibles and good people all day long. I'm down to fuck with it.
And it's funny. Thanks to Matt Cardona, when I was watching his videos, his early vlogs, and I saw that life-size ET he had, and my mom's like, "What do you want for Christmas?" I'm like, "I want that ET," and she's like, "Why do you need a life-size ET?" I'm like, "That's my favorite movie ever." She wound up getting it for me for Christmas. It took a year to come in, and everybody comes over to my house wants to take a picture with the ET.
That's the best.
So I want that ET. I'm gonna go on another story.
I got one. I love it.
My parents. There's a big age gap between my parents. My father is 79 years old right now, and my mom's 59, right? And my mom's Cuban, my dad's Turkish. So there's a language really barrier between that. There's an age difference. My dad had met my mom when she was 20 at a movie theater. His car had just broke down. He was waiting for someone to come to repair his car, and saw my mom. And my dad's a big popcorn aholic. Like he has to eat popcorn like 24/7. And he went into the movie theater to get popcorn. And my mom was working at the popcorn booth and saw her in love and asked her out every day till she said yes. And when she finally said yes, he is so fucking creative. He took my mom to the same fucking movie theater that he met her at. And took her to see E.T.
Oh, that's cool.
So I always say, if it wasn't for E.T., I wouldn't be alive.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
But I want that E.T. for that reason.
That's super badass, man.
That's still available. They just take a year to come.
Yeah, it's I have a little tiny dog who would shoot the shit out of that thing.
Oh, I do too. I have a mini Dachshund, and he's up on a milk crate, so he can't get him. So
that's actually a good idea.
Yeah. So, and my ET's in the basement, and I don't really allow my dog down here because there's so much stuff he can get into. It's like, nope. There's
My
little
dog
like
runs the house.
When we bought this my dog does too. When we bought this house originally, and we brought my last dog down here, he found a little getaway in the basement. And he went under there, and we couldn't find him. And my wife crawled under to go and find him. And all of a sudden, my dog came out the other end, and my wife was stuck under there. So I take out my phone, and I'm taking pictures of her under there, waiting for her to come out.
That's great.
So, yeah, but dogs are the best. I love dogs.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he can't. He'd chew all my figures if he came down here. When he does come down here, like when I watch a pay-per-view or something, I have a gate just locking him in one area. So an ET then has to move out of that area just to not chance it. So
that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But again, man, thank you so much for coming on. This was so much fun.
Thank you, guys.
Absolute blast, man.
I love doing things like this. So it's always fun. I love talking to the fans once again, and then just like interacting with people as well. So
now listen, anytime you have new figures coming out, you want to promote it, just let us know. You're welcome back.
Yeah, we love it, man.
Want to take a ride out to Wrestling Universe? So let me know. I'll pick you up and go, because I don't have anybody to go with, and I don't want to drive out there alone. So I haven't been out to the new one yet. I'm dying to see it.
Which one, in the Comac or?
Yeah, there's 2 new ones since I've been out there. Yeah,
there's 2.
So I want to make a trip one day and hit them all.
You gotta wait until I come out.
That's a long
It's not fair.
Well, Mike, you could come. I'll go twice.
It would be fun.
Listen, I'm always looking for wrestling figures. So
listen,
yeah,
never know what you'll find out in the wild, man.
No, you don't. But I guess that'll wrap it up for today, guys.
Yeah, no, this was fucking a blast. Kanik,
this was a blast.
Thank you, man. This was fun.
Thank you, guys.
Like I said, we're gonna have you back when you're ready to announce the next set, the release date. We'll get you back on here, and we'll push them. And
yeah, or if you just want to come and bullshit.
Yeah, you're always welcome to come and hang.
Whatever.
I'll talk Power Rangers with you all day long.
I love it. I love Power Rangers. Fun fact, people don't know, I made a Power Rangers exclusive comic.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's fucking sweet, man.
A past life. We'll talk about it another time.
I'm here for it,
There's
man.
a tease for the next time he's back here.
Yep.
We'll find out about the
Part
Power
2.
Rangers
Stay
exclusive
tuned.
Yes.
Fucking love it, man. Well, cheers, man. Again, thank you for fucking everything.
Yes,
It was a blast,
thank you
man.
so much. Guys, we'll see you next Thursday, 8 o'clock. Fig Night at the Tavern. It was so much fun. Thanks again. MajorPodMerch.com. Get your Major Bendies today.